Disclaimer: no socks and sandals combos were harmed in the making of this episode.
Hello. I'm classically trained actor and fine woodworker Nick Offerman. A few of you may know me as Ron Swanson from NBC's Parks and Recreation, but let's be honest, most of you know me for this. And this Movember, I'm here to instruct you on how to properly grow your very own. Developing my mustache required years of training. I brought it to Scotland, where sheep herders tamed its unruly I then studied with Tibetan monks, who combed it like a Zen Every garden. Day I washed it with cologne, whale oil, and beef and dried it over a campfire of peat and turf. And the bulk of you will end this month with something atrocious on your lip. The rest of you will be passable, but in the spirit of awareness, I wanted to offer a few simple ideas of my own that can help a novice grow a full and thicker mustache. Hammer and nail. Send a regular handwritten letter. Capture a household bug, then set it free. Tolerate a crying baby. Smell wood. Move out of your parents' house. Gain the trust of a dog. Sweat. Don't shave your upper lip. So get ready for the single manliest journey of your life. And be sure to tell your friends, this mustache is a Movember mustache.
Hey, welcome back to Dad Space. That's that music. That's a sign you're in the right spot. If you're a dad, then yeah, this is the place for you. It's Dad Space. It's right in the name. So yeah, welcome, Dad. Glad to have you here. If you're first time here, there's snacks over there on the table. That's Stan. He loves to talk. And this is Dad Space. Glad to have you here. I want to talk about the relationships that we have as men with our extended family. You know, like your sister's kids, your brother's kids, the kids at school that you coach on the team, all of the different inputs that you have into the world of the people in your extended family and those not even related to you, your friends' kids, all of that. There's more to being an influence than just being an influence within the four walls of our house. We also come across other people's kids. And I'm thinking, how can we as coaches, grandparents, cousins, uncles, all of those things, be a positive influence and a support to our friends and our extended families? What is our role? Where do we fit in all of this? It's our indirect adult male influences that these things really play a crucial role in supporting parents with their children, as we can kind of come in and be something that complements what they're doing in their own home. It's a crucial role in shaping kids and helping them to model respectful, healthy boundaries, being emotionally open, and having integrity beyond what they might experience at home. As men, we can actively help our extended families and friends as their children, by making ourselves more available, participating in their lives and demonstrating what a balanced version of masculinity looks like. We can help demonstrate things like showing fairness and taking responsibility and admitting mistakes, being kind to your parents. That's like, we're an outside voice. And when we talk with these kids, we can reinforce the love to support their own parents. And we can be a outside influence in their life. Influencers aren't just people standing beside a jet that they rented or a Lamborghini that doesn't belong to them, snapping selfies and being famous. An influencer is someone who has influence over those around them. And as men, we have influence over our friends and family, our extended family, and even like the kids that we coach. There's a lot of opportunities for us to speak into somebody's life and to speak into the lives of kids and be an example for kids. And I think we need to think about it. Here's some ways that men can positively influence kids. As men, we can just show up for kids at family events, games, and other special occasions to foster a sense of belonging and support. Just us being there is a comforting and safety for extended family members and children and sports and your friends of your friends and all of that. We can model respective behavior and emotional openness by proving that expressing feelings is healthy and normal. Being an outside voice, we're not their parents. And it gives us some latitude to have conversations with kids that the parents may wish they could do. But we can do that. We can be that voice in their lives and be a support, not a distraction, not an alternative, but a support to what's happening in the home. We can teach confidence by demonstrating self-belief, how we show up, and sharing motivational strategies, sharing our stories, helping kids feel valued in their unique interests, being a cheerleader, showing up at their events. We're not even related to these kids and we're there to support them. Like that's memory-making stuff right there. We can offer some form of gentle discipline in accordance to and not overreaching that of the parents of these kids. But we can help kids focus on fairness and accountability and learning life lessons rather than out of strictness or control or out of a parenting lens. We're different. We're not the parents of these kids, but we can definitely step into this role. And we can be proactive by mentoring our nieces, our nephews, our grandchildren, our our cousins, or our students with advice, shared hobbies, interest in them as people, even when they're young. We can be proactive and be that mentor, again, in orchestration with the parents to give these kids a well-rounded view of what a healthy male influence looks like in their life. So I'm a grandfather of 2, a parent of 3. And as a grandfather, I've talked about this on the show in the past, but I'm trying to navigate this new role. I was given the title of dad with my firstborn and with my other 2. So all 3, dad has been bestowed on me. And now it's a grandfather that also has been bestowed upon me. And I'm even further distant from that because, it's my grandchildren. So I'm a generational separation there. But I've been granted this title. And as a grandfather, I have a new role. And I'm trying to figure out my way. But I know that I'm not going to overreach or undercut my son. But at the same time, I can be a support. I can show up. I can love on my grandchildren and help reinforce the things my son is trying to teach his kids. Again, make sure you're doing this in concert with your kids. And don't be a distraction, but be a support. We can model healthy male examples outside of our immediate family. Here's some things we can do to model these things. Let's be healthy males. Here's what we can do. We can admit our mistakes. That's one thing that we all have in common. We have mistakes. We can show humility, which helps kids see that it's okay to be imperfect. Let's go back to the pencil tale that we did here on the show just recently, that all pencils come with erasers for a reason. We all have the innate ability to make mistakes, and pencils come pre-equipped to handle that. And we as men, we make mistakes. So we need to embrace our imperfection, and we need to encourage our kids and the kids of our friends and family to be resilient emotionally. We can share caregiving tasks. We can step in and be a resource for underappreciated, overworked, and exhausted parents. We can be a caregiver in that situation. We can demonstrate respect for all family members and challenge outdated stereotypes so that kids observe inclusive and supportive masculinity. as a framework for their own life. Solid, strong men in my life have really shaped me. And I have an episode coming up about one of my influences growing up, and I want to share that with you. Look for that in a future episode. But having these positive male role models who are not my dad or not related to me, what a strength. We can encourage with our role as a de facto external resource and influence. We can encourage open communication and listen to kids' concerns and validate their opinions and build trust and confidence with them. And we can support diverse interests for family members, whether it's in music or sports or academics or art, to expand their understanding of what it means to be a caring and capable man. By modeling these behaviors, men can help kids, both within and outside their immediate families. You're not just a parent to your own children. And as a man listening to this, if you don't have kids yet, what a great, fertile opportunity for you to participate in the life of kids. Even though they're not your biological children, you can pour into these kids. You are a dad. It might be externally. It might not be through your own children being born into this world. You might be a dad that adopts. You might be a dad that fosters. But you are a dad. And you have a lot to give. And just being a part of the lives of these kids makes a huge impact. So be confident. Be emotionally resilient as an adult and help to equip these kids to build healthy relationships and to contribute positively to their communities and to their own growth. It's up to us to be a great example to our own children, and not just them, but to all that come across our path. So think about the next time you're at a family event, you're over at a friend's for barbecue, and those kids are watching you, and they're watching how you interact with their dad and with their parents. And they're watching you as an adult that they look up to, not just because you're taller, but there's something about you. And be a support to all children that you come in contact with, through your friends, your extended family, as a grandfather, as a coach, whatever. And understand the impact that you can have on these lives, even though they're not your direct children. It's something that we have as an opportunity to be that in the moment. And I hope that you step up and take on this mantle and be a support to your friends, to your extended family, and to those kids. So it's time to step up, guys. It's time to step into that role and be that for these kids. Thanks for listening.
It's time to rethink men's health. Because it doesn't just affect men, it affects us all. When men are well, the benefits ripple through families and communities. But when men are unwell and unsupported, we all feel it. We're all the real face of men's health. Be part of the solution with Movember.